Hey guys, welcome back to my sewing room. I'm Kelly and you found me here on Pick and Stitches, and today I have another fun thing to unbox. This is not my typical fabric haul, so stick around and I'll show you some of my organizing tips and tricks for how I keep up with this many projects. Okay, so I do not claim to be the absolute best person at organizing, but I do get through a fair amount of projects. And in order to do that, I have to say really organized. In fact, my daughter's even laughed at me lately because I used to say I didn't understand why people would take on so many projects that they would have UFOs, because I always started a project and worked on it until it was done and then it was finished and I moved to the next project. But lately I've had some deadlines that have made me kind of transition, and so I tend to have a couple irons in the fire these days. So I am getting ready for its 2025 sewing year. And one of the things that I ordered because I desperately needed it are these art bins. So let me unpackage it. I know the paper is going to be unwieldy. If you haven't used these before, I really like to keep all of my projects together in these. Let me show you what I've got so far. Okay, put that back in the box for a second. So these are my current art bins that I'm using right now. So I've got one. This one is a color one. I'm just kind of dorking out on getting organized. I've got my block of the month for dragon fruit in here. So I have everything in here that goes with this entire set. I have the pattern, I have my fabrics, I have all of the paper pads. I don't have to go anywhere and look for anything. Whenever that box comes in with that monthly sew along, it all goes in here, except for my finished blocks, of course. So this is not quite big enough to do a 12.5 block by a 12.5 block once you've sewn it. So I don't always store my blocks in here once they're done unless they're smaller, but I do like to have those colored one for the year-long sew-alongs. And this is actually all of my pre-cut stuff for the Corey Yoder block of the month. And I needed so it's perfect timing. I needed a color bin to put it in because usually the clear ones are ones that I'm just working on right now. It's a quilt right now, like a sew sampler. And once I get done with that project, it's going to get out of that bin. So I know the clear ones are kind of my faster ones. My colored ones I'm going to assign for the entire year. I know my dragon fruit is in this weird green one. Corey Yoder's is going to go in this new purple one. So perfect timing. So I did get, oh, let me set that to the side. I did get a couple of these because I had a couple more of these block of the month. If you've looked at Corey's new fabric that's coming out that we're using for the designer mystery, I'm going to probably save this for that. Isn't that like the perfect color tone for it? So I've got a couple of these different color ones. I've got another lime green one. I don't know what's going in that, but I'm sure I will find something. Okay, and then I got two more of these kind of light blue, and then another one that's the same color as the dragon fruit block. So you can see I've got a couple of these kind of sew alongs that are happening. So one of these will get donated. One of these will get dedicated to each monthly sew along project that we have for the year. And then I may have a couple extras. My daughter's run off with a couple of mine lately. She's got some quilts that she's wanting to finish up, but we just haven't had time to do it just yet. Okay. So the other things that I grabbed are actually kind of new to me. I've decided I want to try some hand quilting. I've been doing a lot of English paper piecing lately. That's a great take along with you thing when you are going to be waiting at the doctor's office or at a softball game or for kids practices or any other thing that makes you sit in your car for way too long when you are not actually driving. I like to have a hand project. So I'm not a big cross stitcher. I've been doing a lot of that English paper piecing, but I've been kind of thinking that I wanted to try some hand quilting. Actually, I wanted to buy a sashiko, however you say that, machine, because I think those are really cute, but they are wildly expensive and I just couldn't justify it. So I figured I would go ahead and invest in a couple different styles of thimbles. And I bought just the smallest amount of some yarns or threads. I think these are 12 weight or 8 weight. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what I ordered anymore. I think maybe I got one of each. I think maybe one's an 8 and one's a 12 that I want to try sewing with. So I did grab two kind of random thimbles. You guys can tell me what you think. If anybody here hand quilts and has any tips or tricks for me, definitely let me know. I thought that these might be nice because they seem to fit like around your finger, and then you could have it kind of part of the way up. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with this. All I've ever done is English paper piecing, and you don't really need a thimble for that. So let me know what you guys think. I hope this helps. I'd love to hear any organizing tips that you might have for your sewing room and how you like to kind of keep things together while you move through the year. If you like watching any of these unboxing videos or some of my other tutorials, it does help me out a ton if you would hit that like and subscribe button. And until then, I will see you guys next time.